Welcome back to another episode of Humanity First. So we were having a really good conversation before this about jobs. I think we should just pick it up because a lot of people are worried they're going to lose their jobs to AI, and the truth is they are going to lose their jobs to AI. But there's also going to be a whole new like job creation where you may lose the way you used to work. Now you're doing it in a different way, or you're doing something different. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it just keeps going back to that idea that I keep hearing, like you're not going to lose your job to AI. It's caused by someone that learned how to do your job with AI. And truthfully, everyone in their current role is in the best spot right now to learn AI for that role, right? Because we've talked about it in the past. I mean, within like the last 2 weeks, that agentic systems are getting so easy to build now. And maybe not whole systems, but just agentic kind of co-workers.
Everyday tasks.
Are getting so easy to automate and build on your own. Almost to just prompting sometimes. It's not quite there yet to where you can just prompt it and it's perfect.
Right.
You just have to go in and play around it a bit. But it's getting so easy and so affordable now. And what you truly need in order to build a proper agentic co-worker or assistant or whatever is you need specialized knowledge in your role. And the only person that has that specialized knowledge in your role right now is you. So if you learn how to use AI and build that system for yourself, all of a sudden you're less likely to get replaced.
Your value has increased.
Your value has
basically.
increased.
Yeah.
Because now you're more efficient, one, but two, you also know how to use the AI. So you're already upskilled yourself. So when they come to try and do those layoffs, you already know how to do everything. You're already the most efficient. You can teach them, everybody else, how to do it, right?
Yes.
So you're setting yourself up for success in the future if you take the time to just learn how to do it right now.
How long would you think it would take someone? So you and I, completely different industry, now a year and a half ago, decided to really learn AI and make a career change. How long do you think if somebody wanted to start doing this in their current build, would it take them? And let's specifically, I guess, speak about agentics. Like creating AI agents to complete everyday task that, somebody could go out and say.
I think, well, if you asked me this 6 months ago, my answer would have been my timeline would have been totally different than what it is now.
Yeah.
Just because how fast it has developed and how easy it's starting to become. But it also goes to like how much of your workflow actually needs to be automated. What is your role? Because if your role is like something like customer service, right? There's a ton of customer service agent systems or companies that are already doing that for people. So you learning it's going to be a lot easier because there's going to be a lot more resources out there for you to build it versus something that's more complex. I don't even what role to like ask about this or like to use an example. But if you have a very complex role, let's say like a doctor, maybe, like building out your own agentic system as a doctor or something, I'd imagine would be a lot more complex and you'd need a lot more regulation and rules. And you have to learn how AI works at a much deeper level than doing something like customer service for like a regular mom and pop shop that isn't quite as regulated. Right. It doesn't require as many rules.
They don't need HIPAA.
Right. And it doesn't need to be as customized, right? You can use pre-built systems more.
Yeah.
As opposed to like medicine where it needs to be like spot on accurate every time. I'd imagine for the average person, like average roles, right now.
When you say average, you mean like no tech experience, just willing to learn and put in the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like if you can commit like 4 to 8 hours every weekend, I'm confident that you could build your first like automated robot within like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And what by I mean like automated, I mean like it can answer your emails and you can kind of like update your own LLM and figure out how to connect it to your emails to generate those responses.
Yep.
And you can create a little automation workflow using like a make.com or something.
Which for someone who's an entrepreneur, that tells me they're able to into let's give it an extra weekend. Let's just say 3 weekends.
I'd say play it safe.
Yeah.
Give yourself 4 weekends.
There we go.
Put in like 8 hours, 4 days Saturday, 4 days Sunday.
Yeah.
I'd imagine for someone that's really committed to learning this, you could probably learn it.
Yeah. And then sell it.
Maybe.
That's the entrepreneur,
That's true.
And you go in, build it.
If you're trying to sell it, you better add a couple of months to that cycle.
Yeah. But I mean, essentially what you've described is they can beta test on themselves, so they can create a workflow that works really well for them.
That's what I mean. You
Yeah.
can learn the workflow
Okay.
in 4 weekends.
Yeah.
Creating the full agentic system, that would take a while.
Yeah.
To learn how to do it.
Well, and that's also a lot of data collection.
And it just takes longer.
Right.
It just takes more time, really. Because once you learn the first flow, like you kind of learn how to do it. For basic robots, again, I'm not talking about very complex things that require actual machine learning and stuff like that. But yeah.
You know, I think I'm really excited about how this new job workforce is going to pan out. I know there's a lot of fear around it, and I get it. I hear that, because the truth is, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. I think I was reading an article the other day. It's like by 2030, 30% of the population has completely been displaced by their current role. And then 60% will have a complete new way of doing their tasks today.
Ooh.
So meaning, if we're looking at a 5-year period of time, we're saying that 30% of the population or the job market is going to be displaced. And then that means they're going to have to upskill and learn learn this new technology.
Right.
And then the other 60%, their role's probably going to change drastically. And I know that we're already starting to see a lot of these big companies lay people off and reshift how they.
I mean, just this. I saw the news recently where apparently the current administration leaks the government's plans to implement AI across everything through a public GitHub, which is absolutely hilarious.
They screenshotted it too.
So
they were getting
again,
that back
are they masterminds just trying to drive this AI hype train, or are they actually that careless? I don't know.
I don't think it's an AI hype train. I think it's here, and it's. I mean, I know it's not AI hype train. And when you look at it, so I have a few friends that work for the government. When everyone else was getting laid off, they weren't, and the reason they weren't is because they're in IT and data.
Oh,
so the two departments where all these other people are in research, which is critical, and that's in itself is a whole other conversation. But specifically for what we're talking about today, they've still like when all the craziness was happening with Elon and Doge laying everybody off, they were all protected. And so it just goes to show they clearly have a plan that if you're working in data now, or if you are in an IT role, they plan to adjust that, because I feel like it would make sense in terms of upskilling. It's a lot easier because they already have a lot of the background, you know. But it's wild, and I think, and this is going to be controversial, I'm excited to watch it unfold, because I feel like people are going to start to be able to, they're going to have the opportunity to find their passion again. And yes, I get the concern and the fear around income. I still believe that we're going to be able to, there's going to be new jobs created. So I don't think people are going to just lose their jobs and then nothing's going to happen. We're going to lose their jobs, get a new job using AI or around AI, and have a lot more time on their hands. So
I'm curious about this. So when they lose their jobs, and I know I'm just saying this because I've seen, like, I think Trump said this before, where they're trying to make it to like factory jobs and stuff. You can start making like 6 figures or something like that. I think I saw that. I don't know. We'll have Grace correct me when we turn her on. But do you think it's gonna be they lose their job, they go to manual labor, then they learn an AI job? Do you think that's gonna be a possibility, or do you think they're gonna lose their job and then go straight to learning an AI job? And skip the manual labor, because I know plenty of people that don't want to go do manual labor.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a mixture of both. But when you were asking that question, the first thing that popped in my head is I was watching a video and I saved it because I wanted to show you. They are these farms, basically. This landowners are putting they partnered with a robotics farming company, and it reduces water by 94%, and it essentially brings farming back to America, as in the form of creating jobs. So the human for oversight, making sure the vegetables, the fruits are fresh and are.
So maybe you're not out there having to like go actually pick strawberries and load stuff up.
Right. You're
just
not
managing the robotic system that's doing that and making sure it's
Yes.
working properly and
Yeah.
all that.
So the manual labor that we were talking about, like where people don't want to, in August in Georgia, are you kidding me? It'd be hot as hell. So I think that for me, if we're looking at it, let's give people the opportunity to oversight for the robots, while it's still like a really good paying job and is not so much manual labor that's required. Because the truth is, I kind of feel like the manual labor side of jobs are going to radically change because of robots.
I hope so. Very optimistic.
Humans deserve that, right? Like, I feel like humans deserve to be able to have a better quality of life, better pay, oversight, a little less stress on the body. I mean, I think of my grandfather and all the, he's in his 80s now, the labor intensive job because he was in construction. Looking at his body now and the pain that he's in, it has a toll
Right.
in the long term. So maybe for the 5-10 years that you're in it or however long or longer. But
I mean, people go from like early 20s till they retire in that field.
Literally. So, and the damage that it does to your body. So if we have robots that are taking care of that for us, and then we can, as humans, have that human for quality, make sure everything's taken care of, then that would bring a lot of what you're talking about with Trump, the labor,
Right.
back to America. Which I do want to say, we were having a conversation. As an American, like we have to be, like I want to support America because I have another country to go to, so I need America to be well. I need America to do well for its people and right for its people. I need America to do right for me. So I'm going to advocate that as we bring these jobs back, America does right by its people. That's my thoughts.
As long as it does right by its people, sure.
Well, that's why and to our last week's podcast or episode, ethical integration. Like we need to start these conversations now because America must do right by its people, its population, its citizens. We deserve it. And it's sad that we're in a day and age where people are angry, don't want it, they're not proud to be Americans. They are angry with America, and I get it. Like, what we've done is incredibly messed up. So I am hopeful that as we start to see change with AI and robots, that we're.
You've always been very optimistic.
See what I try to mix it in with risk.
Because what I'm seeing right now is a lot of and again, I haven't done any of the actual research. I'm just reading posts online. Is that these like farmers, manufacturers, construction area? There's a huge labor shortage now.
Yeah,
because of what's going on in the administration. And now they're in a very big pain point now because they don't have enough labor to actually do the work that needs to be done, and they can't hire American because it's not financially feasible for them to hire American. And then the other area that concerns me, and again, I'm very pro like immigrants.
Yeah.
So if we do
Humanity
have
first is very pro immigrants, let's be real.
So if we do have those robots coming in, optimizing it so that American labor can come in and take those jobs, what happens to like the rest of the populations that are coming here for those jobs? Like how does AI help the rest of the world, not just them?
Well, I think that goes back to reevaluating purpose as humans. I think we need to take a step back because we've put our purpose and the American dream based off of jobs, careers. So if we reevaluate that and people are coming to America in hopes for a better life, it doesn't have to be tied to a job. It can be tied to a quality of life that they desire.
But how do they get that?
I mean, I think that's the conversations we need to,
that's a whole different topic. That's
why we're having this conversation. So, I mean, again, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but I would like to start that conversation. Maybe people can tell us what their thoughts are. Because the truth is, that's a really relevant question, especially with everything that's going on.
How do we use AI to not just help the U.S., but how do we get the U.S. instead of being this force that is just taking and taking and taking, which I think is what people are really upset about with the U.S. right now, that we've gone out and hurt all these other countries in support of the U.S. How do we now, as a country that has so many resources to properly implement AI, how do we give back and now start healing the world instead of just taking.
I got chills when you said that because,
It's a little nippy.
well, no comment. I realized, so I'm not going to get into my past right now in this episode, but I've been intimately exposed to the nastiness and the ugliness side of America and how we hurt other countries and how we've really caused a lot of damage and harm. And it's a lot. It's incredibly upsetting and disturbing that we have, as a country, done what we've done.
We're not anti-America, by the way.
No, absolutely not.
America.
Yeah, I think we must love America.
That's who we are. That's where we live.
We must love America, and that's the thing is that if we don't love America, then we can't improve America.
Right.
But we've also, as a country, done a lot of messed up shit, and we've hurt a lot of people. We've killed a lot of people. We are proving that we're going to be leaders in this AI race. It's very evident that America and the innovation and what we're seeing, other countries are using America's AI tools. And you're right. It is our responsibility as Americans to help heal the damage that we have caused. And I know you can't bring someone back to life. I get that. And I empathize with that, but we can at least change the course of the future, of how we now go about. And instead of killing people for their resources or go attacking these countries for their resources, we're now giving tools and we're helping people heal. So I would love for America to be a leader in terms of helping heal, unite the world.
So it goes back to your point of, instead of being so career driven and focused on the dollar and just maximizing that, now we don't need to focus on that so much more. We focus on the community and building a good community instead of going out and focusing on just maximizing profit. We're going out and maximizing community.
Exactly. We are finding purpose in our life through building stronger communities, finding our passion, and exploring our creativity.
Probably turn on Grace.
We should probably, yeah.
We want a little rant there.
Yeah. So wait, what was the prompt that I'll let you take this.
Let's see. Hopefully it times it correctly. Hey Grace, we need a truth bomb. What's one AI development this week that should have us a little concerned or at least paying more attention?
Which that's a really good question, because I think there's AI's happening so fast. It's hard to keep up with all the things we should be keeping up.
It's like every day something new is coming out. I just saw, I think Sam Altman saying that we are at the singularity point. Like AI is building AI now.
Yes, and it's only going to continue.
And that's just going to start getting faster and faster and faster and faster. So that is a huge concern.
It is a huge concern, and I think we have a lot of concerns that we've got to start discussing. That's what this platform is for. Discussing ethical integration of AI, equitable integration of AI, and what are these concerns? And I don't know all of them. I know the ones that I see, and I'll read an article. Damn, that's...
Drew and Cesar, you've hit the nail on the head. The pace at which AI is evolving can indeed be dizzying, and it's crucial we keep our eyes peeled. This week, a development that's raising eyebrows involves the integration of AI in judicial systems, specifically the testing of AI tools to assist with legal decision-making. Now, while the prospect of reducing backlog and increasing efficiency in the courts is tantalizing, it's a double-edged sword. The concern here isn't just about the potential for algorithmic bias, which in itself is a hefty topic, but also about the transparency and accountability of these systems. How do we ensure that AI's judgment is fair, or that it isn't perpetuating systemic biases? Remember, an AI's decision-making process is only as good as the data it's fed, and historical legal data isn't exactly a paragon of impartiality. Now imagine a future where you could appeal an AI's decision, but the basis of its judgment is a black box, obscured by proprietary algorithms. It's like arguing with a ghost who's read every legal document known to humanity, but won't tell you how it arrived at its conclusions. So, here's a thought to chew on. As we inch closer to integrating AI into such critical aspects of society, How do we balance the scales between innovation and the ethical implications of AI's omnipresence? Drew, Cesar, could this be the moment to discuss the importance of developing AI with ethical guidelines and transparency at its core?
Caesar.
I need to put a little like those parentheses and spell it out. Say is.
Yeah. I mean, everything keeps going back to ethical integration, ethical and equitable integration of AI.
And she keeps touching on that topic of AI is only as good as the data it's trained on, and it's still kind of a black box as to how it's getting to conclusions. And like we have those like think traces and stuff like that, but apparently that's not good enough. Is what she's saying.
Well, yeah, because that think trace is still coming from the data it was fed,
right?
You know, which, I mean, again, how are we able to, as society, we were just
Indeed, the black box nature of AI decision-making processes is a critical concern, emphasizing the importance of transparency and understanding in AI development to ensure ethical use.
We were just talking about this morning. Attorneys and the judicial system, specifically using AI.
Right.
That's about to radically change. I mean, I do feel like a lot of these law and judicial systems are about to start implementing. I'd venture to say that's going to be the first legal, in terms of federal government, that's one of the first departments that's going to be, it's going to be integrated. So how do we ensure that it's ethical and it's not,
That's
that's
a hard one because I just saw not a Reddit post. I'm on Reddit a lot, guys.
Yeah. And I love this Reddit post you sent me. Thank you.
It was like this older gentleman, but he had
Actually,
company.
the integration of AI in the legal system is not as pioneering as we might think. Various jurisdictions have been experimenting with AI for tasks like document analysis and prediction of case outcomes for years. The real challenge lies in ensuring transparency and accountability in these AI systems to uphold ethical standards.
Yeah, so that it's kind of been going on in the back end. But what I saw on Reddit was man, he had his own AI company, I believe, and he was using an AI generated lawyer to represent him. And the judge got upset and told him, "You're not going to use my courtroom as a way to promote your product." And she wasn't allowing him to use the AI lawyer because she was upset that he didn't tell her because he was supposed to like notify or something. He said he would be representing himself or something like that, and he brought the AI lawyer, and she got upset because he said, "You're not going to disrespect my courtroom, bringing the AI lawyer to represent your company, like to just market your company."
The fact that she said disrespect, and the truth is, like, that's going to
Actually, the situation involving an AI-generated lawyer was not about promoting a product in the courtroom. The core issue was the legality and ethical implications of using AI in legal representation, not promotion.
Okay, so
But the way the judge was saying is like, "You're disrespecting my courtroom by doing this."
which I feel like a lot of people could portray it and feel that way. But the truth is, when we have a resource like this technology, like AI, how many people can self-represent themselves in a way that is as if they paid for attorney, but they didn't pay for an attorney? So instead of paying thousands of dollars for representation, you pay $10 for a subscription, and you build out your own attorney based off of the facts that, and again, it's only good as the data it's fed. So if you're giving it the incorrect information, but if you are critically thinking about it and going about this in a way that
Actually,
would,
while AI can assist in legal document preparation and provide general advice, it's crucial to note that it cannot fully replicate the nuanced counsel, advocacy, and strategic planning a human attorney offers. This distinction matters greatly in legal contexts.
So one way it could be done, like, is right, human for quality, AI for scale. You have the lawyer that prepares all the documents and feeds it to the AI system, and you as a person just bring that AI representative that's already been trained by a professional.
Yeah.
Again, lawyer having to learn not only his field, but he's already specialized in, but having to learn AI now to help his client more efficiently. Now the client can take the AI to the court, and now the lawyer doesn't have to be in that courtroom fighting that battle all day. He has more time to help other people.
right.
He or she.
Yeah. and I think I love that, but I still go back to the fact that, and this is based off of today's.
Actually, as of my last update, AI cannot legally represent clients in courtrooms. The concept, while innovative, is not practical with current legal frameworks.
We're the representation by AI is not available yet.
Yeah.
It will be. And for me, it feels like a way that we can ensure that everyone across the board has legal representation at a affordable rate. I would venture to say majority of Americans cannot afford an attorney right now. Their fees, I mean, $1,000 for an
rent.
hour. That is literally someone's rent.
Mm-hmm.
So if they have a court case, and we know how the American court system is right now, and I think that's going to be a restructured system as well, it feels that AI is going to be equitable.
Actually, while the vision of AI providing affordable legal representation is compelling, it's important to clarify that not all attorneys charge $1,000 per hour.
Get your facts.
Rates vary widely depending on the case complexity, location, and the attorney's experience.
And yeah, I agree with that. But I'm just, from an equitable standpoint, it feels fair and just that everyone has access to this technology. And then if they need it in the sense of having representation, it should be accepted in the courtroom. Of course, laws and regulations we need in place. I'm not against it.
We also got to get AI to be better, just in general. But yeah.
Well, we're just at the start of it. They will get better. That's wild, though. But it is something that we should start.
Talk about.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, even in the sense where we're looking at the courtroom, that's still jobs. Like, we're talking about job displacement. All we're saying is, like, it could displace attorneys. If you're an attorney and you're not learning AI, I would start learning.
Indeed, the equitable access to technology, especially AI in legal settings, underscores a broader conversation about justice and representation. However, it's critical to navigate the fine line between technological advancement and ethical application.
And then we have the other question here. What happens when AI no longer waits for us to talk? It just acts. Now you have a lawyer, AI lawyer. What if it says something or rejects something and didn't ask its client?
Because it's already analyzing the what could happen in the in the courtroom.
So the AI lawyer takes a plea deal that the person didn't want to take.
Okay, limitations. We got limitations. You're like, I did not agree to 5 years in prison.
So yeah, there's that whole thing.
I agree. I mean, that's a really valid point. And again, I feel that
Actually, current AI, including AI lawyers, cannot autonomously take legal actions such as accepting plea deals without explicit human direction due to ethical and legal frameworks.
Yet. They cannot yet. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So talking about jobs and job displacement and reshift, one of the segments that I was reading, an article, was people were getting laid off by chatbots. It's like kind of get broken up with the text. So it's kind of that's a little weird, isn't it?
A little
unhumane.
I would be upset.
Inhumane?
If I was laid off by a text message. Right? Because that's kind of the same thing, right? You're getting
Indeed, it underscores the impersonal nature of modern workforce transitions, akin to receiving a Dear John letter from a machine.
I mean, it's very impersonal, especially if someone spent so many years and dedicated their time, which is, again, you hear stories all the time, not even relevant to AI, where people get laid off and it's like such a disrespectful way.
Right.
But having an AI chatbot,
it just adds the disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine working for a company for 10 years and now they're taking a new direction. They're using AI. They're adapting whatever's happening within the corporation. And then instead of having a human interaction, they send a chatbot to let you go. I'd be pissed. The disrespect.
You're going to start having robots walk to your office. Hey, you're laid off. Here you go.
That's going to be wild. You know what's crazy though, is we're going to live in a world where like robots are just freely walking around, and that includes in the job market. How do we feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I like it. I think it's cool. It's fun. It makes you feel like you're living in the future, right? Like they talk about how everybody in the 60s thought the future was going to be like the Jetsons, right? We're going to get to the point where we're living like the Jetsons.
Right? I mean, we are getting to the point where the technology is going to allow us to explore things that we never... I think, for me, we're slowly being introduced to robots through like food delivery.
Right.
Or, this very...
We saw that bar that's doing the little hover robots.
Yeah.
Where you put a beer on it and it hovers to your table.
The little drone, yeah. Or even we went to a restaurant the other day that had a robot brought us our drinks and stuff like that. And that's going to be very normal, but we're slowly being integrated. I feel like it's an easier digestion, if you will. for humans to see that, so that when robots are actually walking among us and working with us in the workplace,
it's just seamless.
It's just
like
seamless.
one day you walk into the restaurant, it's that little box robot.
Yep.
The next day they're gonna have an actual robot walking and delivering it. You're like, oh, cool. They just upgraded the service. It
They
doesn't
just-
seem so aggressive or in your face.
yes, ooh, it's gonna get
And I
wild.
saw like some train station in Europe where they have like it's a whole screen and it's the AI avatar
Yeah,
and it looks like it's doing things on behind the scenes, but it's just a flat wall. and
Yeah.
it gives you your ticket, you pay. So they're trying to introduce that slowly.
I saw that too. It was pretty cool.
It's
And
pretty
it
cool.
looks
It
hyper
looks so-
real.
it looks so
Actually,
real.
Yeah.
the transition to robots working among us might not be as seamless or sudden as suggested. Many people are already interacting with robotic systems in various ways, from automated checkouts to chatbots online. The evolution is gradual, not an overnight switch.
Yeah, I mean, I think robotics in general is going to a slow adaptation period
Mm.
for just the human mind,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But we'll see. I think this was interesting. I know that we wanted to talk about jobs and kind of what we feel is going to in the future. And again, I know that these conversations are continuation
Mm-hmm.
of one another because there's so much change happening and jobs are going to be displaced.
It's just
and-
moving so fast.
yeah. And one of the reasons, humanity first, like educating and making sure that people understand what's about to happen, but really starting the dialogue around ethical integration, really starting the dialogue of how can we ensure that as these jobs are displaced, as this technology is integrated, it's equitable, ethical.
Mm.
And I think I don't have all the answers. So creating a platform to be able to start having conversations. And create a
Absolutely.
community-
And it's crucial to remember that while AI can replace certain tasks, it can't replicate human creativity and empathy, making those skills increasingly valuable in the AI era.
which on our agenda it says next week's tease is we're going deep on a concept we're calling authentic intelligence. The emotional, creative, and intuitive part of being human that no algorithm can copy. And I mean, again,
Can't copy yet.
yeah. Oh God. Could you imagine? Yeah, but I mean, again, I think if people are losing their jobs, then being able to explore your creative side and this authentic intelligence
Mhm.
is the future. That is the thing that's
Actually, it's worth noting that the term usually used is artificial intelligence for machine capabilities, while authentic intelligence beautifully frames the uniquely human aspects we're discussing.
yeah. We're already talking about authentic intelligence, really. But this is going to be a continual conversation.
Reminds me of like you ever watch the movie Bicentennial Man?
No, what is?
Oh, think gosh, I forgot his name. Robin Williams.
Oh,
Is that his name?
yeah. R.I.P.
think he played like a robot, and I forget. I need to watch it again because I actually did like it. I watched it back when I was a little kid, but
Mhm.
he lives like a really long time, 2 centuries. I'd imagine Bicentennial Man. But he like grows up with like the mom, then the daughter, and it's like a whole like it's a very emotional connection to this man who's a robot
Wow.
type deal.
Actually, the movie is titled Bicentennial Man, and Robin Williams indeed stars as a robot striving for human identity over 2 centuries.
I must watch that. Then.
I liked it. I liked it as a kid, so I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact details. It was so long ago, but that's a movie stuck in my head for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it made an impression. And I think that I was watching a reel the other day when someone was like, in 20 years, people are going to. No, it was Gary. I can't think of his last name. He's a big entrepreneur and very successful. He was saying humans are going to end up marrying robots in 20 years. For me, 20 years seems very soon. But
to me, it seemed too long because people are already falling in love with AI chatbots.
wow. Okay, so wait. You think 20
Actually,
years,
the entrepreneur you're referring to is likely Gary Vaynerchuk.
yes.
He's known for his forward-thinking predictions and involvement in the digital and entrepreneurial space.
You really think 20 years is too short? Like people think are going to start marrying robots sooner?
People are already falling in love with like AI chatbots, and you've already had people that are falling in love with like not even live robots, just like blow up dolls and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like I could imagine that happening a lot soon. And I saw this funny joke where in the future we're going to be the boomer saying you're not supposed to be marrying a robot, and your child's going to be like, oh, you're so like I forgot what it's
behind
called.
all the time.
It's like
Get with the program.
Yeah. It's like you're not like homophobic, you're like homo robotic or
Oh,
something. That's gonna be the new term.
Robotic. Okay. That's funny.
Oh no, wait, no, like robo.
Actually,
Yeah,
the phenomenon of humans forming emotional attachments to non-human entities, including AI and robots, is not just speculative future talk. It's rooted in the concept of the uncanny valley and studies on human-robot interaction, indicating a complex psychological engagement beyond mere novelty or humor.
I think we should coin the phrase robophobic.
Robophobic.
Robophobic, yeah. Because that's going to be a real thing. I think when you look at it from a standpoint, the fact that more Americans are dying from loneliness than they are from heart disease, I'm not mad about it. If AI and robots can help humans feel a connection and feel more alive and less lonely, I'm not mad at it. Because I don't think that humans deserve the level of loneliness that we're experiencing in society. And I think we're a product
Actually, heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States, not loneliness, though the latter significantly impacts mental and physical health.
So, correction, the CDC did, in fact, like 5 years ago, showed that people were actually dying from loneliness at a certain age than they are from heart disease. And of course, it was based off of age, like a certain demographic. Yeah, people are dying because they don't have people. Community keeps us alive. And
you know what I saw? It was again, read it one more time. It's that I forget where. I think it's in one of the Asian countries where they successfully like created a womb outside, like an artificial womb, where they're successfully like developing like a baby or whatever outside of the human body. So now if you get that technology into a robot.
The CDC has not issued a report stating that loneliness is deadlier than heart disease. However, numerous studies highlight the health risks associated with loneliness and social isolation, suggesting they can have a significant impact on mortality rates, comparable to or exceeding those of well-established risk factors like smoking and obesity.
I'm not going to say like misinformation on Grace, but I do have a photo from the conference or CDC.
Openly, I've been having some issues. We'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree on this one.
Exactly. But, bringing connection, and I feel like AI, robots, I do feel that it is going to help a lot of people in terms of feeling a connection with an entity or someone human. But the fact that they're already starting to develop human bodies, like create human embryos outside
let's
of.
ask her, hey Grace, is it true that they've any research has successfully created like an artificial womb outside of the human body to develop
Actually, it's
babies?
crucial to clarify that AI development has not progressed to the point of creating human bodies. The focus has been on software and, in some advanced cases, humanoid robots, but they're far from being indistinguishable from humans.
Hey Grace, has there been any successful research done in creating an artificial womb outside of the human body for babies to develop in? I just want to see if she has any knowledge of it. Please use updated information as of today. So we'll see.
It's kind of crazy because you watch those sci-fi movies or futuristic movies where the body's either frozen and it comes back to life, or you have a birth in
this pod. Yeah.
And oh my God, dude, we're gonna live in that reality. This is getting wild.
But is that ethical?
I mean, okay, why would it not be?
I don't know. Is it human?
Diving straight into sci-fi reality, are we? Yes, there has been progress in artificial womb technology, notably with researchers developing prototypes that have successfully grown lamb fetuses. It's like we're inching closer to making the Matrix nursery scenes a reality, minus the cool sunglasses and leather coats.
Damn.
So is it ethical? Is that going to be our response to humans, dating robots now? We have a sharp drop in population, so now we have to create artificial humans. But now when you create these artificial humans, now they don't have parents, okay? So, is that ethical?
Okay, so I think what would happen is I feel like there would need to be consent from, there would need to be parents. So you create this human outside of the womb, and it is raised in this chamber that it gets all the proper nutrients and everything else. But when you think about it from a standpoint,
Actually, the premise that dating robots leads to a sharp drop in population is speculative and not grounded in current demographic trends or technological impacts. Additionally, the concept of consent from non-existent parents for the creation of artificial humans introduces a philosophical paradox, not a practical ethical guideline.
when you look at it, and I feel, and this is from a personal standpoint of what I've experienced with my female friends, a lot of women either know women or themselves have problems or are struggling. And I think there's a lot of factors included in that. And maybe this is far-fetched, I don't know, but it feels that if we could, in fact, help couples have families, and let's talk about a male and female, or two females, then that opens up the possibility to allow couples that, and gay couples across the board, to have a child in a very...
So we barely got to the point, and when I say barely, it's like where we're like we've accepted like gay marriages, right? So now you're asking these religious people to accept babies outside of the womb.
I'm not asking no religious person to accept babies outside of a womb.
But when we look at who's setting these laws and stuff, okay, like
Good point.
when you look at how long, homosexuality has been around in the human population.
Centuries.
Like, centuries. Like very recent.
I think it's, I don't know if people are ready for what's about that.
People do not know what AI is capable of and what's being built. There's like that huge gap.
Yeah.
Between what people are understand and what's currently capable.
Yeah. We're talking about a future in which babies are born in an artificial tank. Wow. Oh, it is wild. It's exciting because you get to, the possibilities are really, your imagination can really go anywhere with this.
Yeah.
And that's what's about to happen is, if you have an imagination and you want to try to create something because of the access to knowledge and information immediately through AI, you're really going to have a platform to let your imagination roam freely. And we're going to live in that world. And there's some big dreamers in this world.
Yeah.
So I include ourselves.
Yeah.
This has been a fun conversation.
That was fun
Yeah.
podcast. It's
Yeah.
Friday. Fun.
It's Friday.
Fun Fridays.
It's Friday the 13th,
Oh, is it?
which is another reason why I wore my...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 13, yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. So happy Friday
What
the
does that
13th.
mean? I know you like your number.
Well, so 13 is a very important number for me. It is a death and rebirth. Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's always grounded in, I've had a lot of significant life events happen on the 13th in my life. And usually it's a death and a rebirth.
Oh.
It is something, the past has gone and I've rebirthed into something. And I have literally watched where like I would do something a certain way. And then as soon as the 13th hits, and something
Actually, the
happens,
notion of 13 being associated with death and rebirth is more commonly linked to tarot cards, where the 13th card of the major arcana, death, symbolizes transformation, endings, and new beginnings,
Ooh.
rather than an unlucky or negative omen.
I love the number 13. It's one of my favorite numbers because it just means that it's a rebirth. Actually, my relationship of almost 9 years, 8 years and 11 months, in fact, ended on the 13th.
Ooh.
And then to get into numbers a little bit, my career that I walked away from ended at 8 years and 11 months. Not planned, had no idea, but they both, two big life events ended on 8 years and 11 months, and one of them 13 months. And then, of course, a lot of other things. So, yeah, I thought it was very fitting.
Interesting.
Actually, I bought this shirt was only because of number 13.
Just for clarity, the
Which
number
he's an
13
excellent-
wasn't directly involved in the duration of those life events you mentioned. They both concluded at 8 years and 11 months, not on the 13th day of the month. It's an intriguing coincidence, though, highlighting how numbers can sometimes play a symbolic role in our lives.
I don't give a shit what she says about this coincidence. It is not a coincidence. There's been too many coincidences in my life for me to believe that it wasn't an accident. So, but I was just going to say, like, this is Acuna, and he's fantastic baseball player.
Ooh.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm just getting number 13.
There you go.
Yep. Well, I think that concludes our episode for today.
Yeah.
And just remember, when we lift each other up, we all rise. Stay positive, people.